Look, I'm gonna throw you the spiel that every kid in America got except Chicanos. That if you want to be successful in America, it has to be through our educational system. My name is Victor Bonilla III. I'm a retired teacher. I lived all my life in Crystal City, and I am 64 years old. I'm proud to say it. In the 1960s, I was between the ages of 4 and 13. I really didn't see it any other way than through the eyes of a regular kid. I guess I was a good Mexican. Straight A's, no movement of the water, no disruptions. I never truly saw what I know now as discrimination, okay? Academic discrimination. I hadn't heard too much talk about what was happening, but I do know at the time I was in 7th grade. That morning, the bell rang. We went into the junior high. We heard yelling. We went, and we lined up along the windows, looking down. We saw them coming around the old gym, and they were chanting. And I saw I saw some of my friends, and I saw some of the signs. When the kids got to right under our ledge, one of the gringuito kids in my class spit at down there into the group, and some of my friends were there, and I got mad. I looked at the door, and Miss Taylor was standing by the door, and she was telling everybody, sit down, sit down. She had just finished talking to one of the administrators, and I said, I want to go home. And she said, no, you wait, sit down and wait. So the bell to end the class rang, and she opened the door and let us out and said, go to your next classroom. And well, because her room was right by the stairs, instead of going toward the rest of the classrooms, I went down the stairs, out the door. My subconscious told me it was the right thing to do, I think. I got angry at my gringuito classmate for spitting at my friends. They didn't deserve that. I risked my label as a good, quote unquote, Mexican. Honestly. First I was kind of lost, kind of nervous. I went and got together with some of my friends from the high school, and I'll tell you something. One of the student leaders, Severita Lara, she was our neighbor down the street. So I knew her. So I was able to get close and get better understanding as to what was going on. That eased my feelings, and I knew that I belonged there, and I was beginning to get a true understanding of the world I lived in. I understood that the school board, when our walkout leaders submitted the petition to the board rejected it outright. And then it was very, very, very sensible things, that the Chicanito kids in general should not be treated less than the Anglo kids. Chicano studies, bilingual education. We couldn't speak Spanish in the classrooms. More Mexican-American teachers, get rid of some of the racist Anglo teachers. There was an Anglo teacher, female, who actually would tell the Chicanitos that you should feel lucky that we let you be in the same classroom as the cheerleaders. Basically, there was only one Chicana cheerleader, the token Mexican-American cheerleader. If the majority of the population are Chicanos, then the cheerleader squad should reflect that. Mexican-American counselor. Why would the counselor go and tell the Chicano, my Chicano male friends, join the military? You know what was going on during the time? Vietnam. Nothing about go to a 4-year university, become a doctor, become a lawyer, become an engineer. Up to that point, I really hadn't paid attention to that. There were teacher volunteers, and we met everywhere. People's houses, in local places, and we had classes. They taught us. That class of 1970 would have lost all their credit, their senior year credits, and they were going to have to repeat. But we put it on the line. Those high school kids put it on the line. Some of the Anglo adults, they get mad. Where one Anglo male actually drove the car into the group of marchers further up the front from where I was. We had expectations that things were going to change for the better. Of course, it dealt with going into the political arena, and we had to vote in the people that can make the changes. And we did. The ball started really snowballing. Being that the Black Civil Rights Movement was going on big time, we started finding out about all these government programs that were out there to help people. In my class of 75, every single one of us had filed an application for some college at some level, junior college or four-year university. Why? Because we got a Chicano counselor who was a hard worker, and just him and his secretary, one lady, just got all of us make sure we took our ACTs, SATs. Just that experience alone is truly amazing. I graduated from here in 1975, salutatorian of my class. I don't know if I would have been salutatorian of my class if things hadn't changed in 1969, but I was salutatorian of my class. I went to St. Mary's University in San Antonio. I told her that when I was walking out the door, the lady said, "Don't, Victor, you're gonna ruin your life." I didn't ruin my life. In fact, I accelerated my college career. It released me. I found my voice. Once I start talking, only I can stop me if I want. Again, my name is Victor Bonilla III. I am a retired teacher of 32 years, all of which were done here at the Chris City Independent School District. I'm also a current board member. What's my job right now? Still looking out for the welfare of our kids in Crystal City. I want our kids, you included and the ones coming after that, not to go around with blinders. You gotta take those blinders off and see the whole world. And because you deal with it. You see it, you deal with it. Don't just swallow it, you deal with it.